Hello beautiful people, you're welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. So today we'll be making a half circle skirt, also known as 180-degree skirt. So that is what we usually use for our flay. Okay, so mostly when you're making a gown or a flay skirt. So today I'll be showing you how to go about that, how to get your radius for cutting your 180-degree flay, how to fold, and how to make up for the length. Because most times when you're cutting a maxi circle skirt using the African print, you don't usually get the full length you desire, mostly if your skirt is long. So I'll be showing you how to do that. Okay, you know, on the African print the length is 45 inches. So if the length of your skirt is longer than that, you will not get it here, so you have to join to get it. So I'll show you how to do that. So without taking so much time, let's go ahead into the tutorial of the day. So I want to explain to you what you do or what you need to do before cutting your skirt. So let's assume that this is a fabric. You don't just fold and just cut anyhow you like. Okay, you don't just fold and just cut. You need to get what we call the radius. So I'm actually explaining this for beginners because I got requests from them to do this. Okay, so let's assume that this is our circle skirt. So don't mind the drawing, just this is just an illustration, and this is the waist area where you would, put on your skirt, and this is the length of your skirt. So you want to know how to cut this circle to get your waist measurement. So like I said, you don't just fold and cut anything. You have to follow some procedures. You have to know what to do, and that is what I want to explain to you. So what we have here is a circle, because by the time you open this up, this is what it looks like. Okay, this is what it looks like. This inner circle is the waist. So you want to know how to cut this circle. So that's what I want to explain. And you know, a circle in mathematics is circumference. That is, you get the circumference. To get a circle, you need to know the circumference of that circle. So I don't want to go deep into mathematics, but just to explain to you. Okay, so to get the circumference in mathematics, it is 2 pi r. Okay, that is to get a full circle. To get a full circle, which is a 360-degree. So this is the formula you would use to get a 360-degree circle. But here we are making a half circle. So most times when you're making a peplum, you might want to make a 360-degree peplum to be attached to a dress. So you use 360-degree. This is what you use. But here we are making 180 degrees. Okay, so let me explain this. Pi, this very symbol you're seeing here, pi, is 3.14 in mathematics. It is constant. This is just constant. This is what it represents, 3.14. So since we are making 180 degree, which is half circle, half of 360, we would not be needing these two, because this 2, what it means is 2 times pi. It means 2 times 3.14. That will give you, that is 2 times 3.14. That will give you 6.28. So this is what we use to get 360-degree flay. But to get 180-degree flay, we use 3.14. So you'll be asking, the formula is not completed because we have r there. Then what is this r? So r is what you need to know to be able to cut this round circle you have here, to be able to cut this circle. R is what you need. Like I said, you don't just fold and cut. For example, if this is your fabric, okay, you have your fabric this way, you want to cut your flay. So you want to know what to measure from here to here, to be able to cut this inner circle. This is our fabric folded. You want to know what you measure to be able to cut this out, to get your waist, and you cut this out to get your full flay, okay, whatever it is, whether full flay or half flay. So what do you do to get this? So what you're looking for to be able to get this is the R. I hope this is clear, okay? If it is not, you would just calm down and follow it. It will be clearer to you when we cut on the fabric. So, but I just have to give you this explanation. So to get this R, what we need is C equals to pi R. Remember, we are eliminating 2 because we are not cutting a full circle. We are cutting 180. So we don't need to multiply this by 2 anymore. We are making half circle. So this is what we are using. And C is your round waist measurement. Okay? Because you're dealing with skirt. So the circumference is the round waist. So that is C. C is the round waist you're using for your skirt. So in this case, the round waist is 44 inches. But I'll be adding allowance because the skirt will be having zipper at the back and it will be having pockets. So it means I would open this side to fix the pocket, then I would close it back. So I need the allowance to join it and allowance for the zipper. So I'll be adding 2 inches to the waist circumference, and that will give me 46. So in essence, my circumference is 46. Okay, so now to get our R, we already know pi. Pi is 3.14. To get our R, what we'll simply do is divide 46 by 3.14. That will give us R. Okay, so by the time we solve this, what we'll be having is 14.6. Therefore, our R is equals to 14.6. Okay, so 14.6 is what we'll be measuring on our fabric from this edge. That is what we'll measure to be able to cut this and get our inner circle, which is the waist. So I hope this is clear now. 14.6 is what we would measure. So, but you don't just fold the fabric anyhow. You can see I have I have 6 yards of fabric here. How do I fold to be able to get my circle skirt? I don't just fold it anyhow and cut. You might be wasting a lot of fabric. So to know the size of fabric to cut, what you would do is this. You would, okay, let's say this is the skirt, right? We have gotten our radius, which is this. So you want to know what to cut to get the rest of this circle. So this is the length of our circle. So what you simply do is your radius plus the length of your skirt, whatever length you are using for your skirt. Okay, so our radius here is 14.6 plus. So for me, the length of the skirt I'm making is 33 inches. So the 33 inches includes the seam, the hem allowance, and the allowance at this waist area, either for joining it to the band, or that is joining band to it, or joining it to a bodice to form a gown. So you need to consider your allowance, you add it up. So 33 is the length of my skirt plus allowance. This is all I have. So the radius plus the length would give you what you need to cut on your fabric. So that is 70, that is a 47, sorry, 47.6 is what I would have to cut for my fabric. That is on fold. Okay, so I'll have to measure this and fold. So you'll see that when we get to the cutting. Okay, but to be on the safe side, I usually add 2 to whatever I have here, because you know when you fold, you might be having deficiency. So that is shortage. So what I usually do, I add 2 to be on the safe side. Like I always say, it is better to have excess than to have shortage. Okay, so by the time I add 2 to this, I'll be having 49.6. So this is what I would fold on my fabric before. That is what I would measure and fold before cutting. So it will be clearer to you when we get to the cutting on our fabric. Okay, so I hope this is clear, and if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, this is the right time. Please hit on that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell beside it so that you will not miss out on any of our new uploads. I upload video on this channel on a regular basis. Okay, and it is absolutely free to subscribe. Yes, you are not charged anything. Just hit on the subscribe button and turn on that bell. It is necessary you turn on the notification bell so that YouTube will notify you whenever I upload a new video. Okay, so thank you for doing that, and to help you to be part of this family, and feel free to ask your questions at any time. So without taking too much time, let's move ahead to cut on the fabric so that all what I have done here will be clearer to you. Okay. So now let's cut. Like I said, I would measure 49.6, okay, as I explained to you. So I would measure 49.6, okay. So that is what I will do. 49 is 49.5, 49.6. So I'll just fold it, or you can just make it 50, okay. So I would fold it from that point. You can see what I did. I measured from the edge of my fabric. I measured 49.6 or just 50. Okay, there's no harm adding that remaining 0.4 inches. So I would fold from that side now. So this is what I'll do. I'll fold. So I have placed it on the floor so you see everything I'll be doing. Okay, so this is the fabric, as you can see. This is the side I measured and I placed on fold. So what I'll do now is just to spread it like so. Okay, then I will fold it like a triangle. You see this side of the fabric that's folded, I will just fold it over like this, like a triangle, to meet this edge of the fabric. So I hope you can see this. So by the time you have folded it this way, we will then take our radius. Okay, so remember the radius is 14.6. Okay, so from this edge of the fabric, I'll measure 14.6. So this 14.5, and here we have 14.6. So you just mark it all around on the fabric like so. So you just, by the time you have marked it, you connect. So I'm marking it hard so that you can see the mark. Okay. So after marking the radius, we'll take the full length of the skirt. So I usually like measuring from this point to get the full length. So remember that what we have is 47.6, okay? So I would measure 47.6. I'll measure 47.6. Remember that this other figure, just the 2 inches I added, so that by the time I fold, I'll have enough. So, but the actual length is 47.6 from this point. Okay, from this point. But if I'm measuring from this point, it is 33 inches. That is the length of the skirt from here. After removing the radius, the length of the skirt from here is 33 inches. So you can see where I have it. The same thing if I measure from here and I measure 47.6. Okay, I'll still get it there. So I will use this one so that it would So whichever one you like, you can use, but to make it clear so I don't get confused. By the time you have marked your radius, from this point where you marked your radius, just measure the length of the skirt, okay? So let me just use this one. So the length of my skirt is 33 inches. Remember, I have added allowance both for the top and the lower part. So I've marked at 33 inches. So this is one thing I want you to note. You can see that I don't have the full length from this side, okay? But on the other side, I have it. So it means I'll have to join this side to make it up. But just mark what you have for now. So I'm marking 33. I'll just mark it all around. So you can see what we have here, and you can see the shortage we have. That is this, the length of the African print is short, so we'll have to make up for this side. What I'll do is just to cut it out, then we'll have to join to make up for this side. Okay, so let me go ahead and cut it. So one more thing I forgot to explain to you. You see this side, if you're joining it to a bodice or a top and adding band, you step up by half inch. Okay, so it depends on what you want. I deliberately cut on this because I would want it to please it just a little bit. So you come up by half inch to cut, so that by the time you join your band, it will now give you this measurement. But I just decided to cut it here because that is how I want the effect. By the time I join it to the upper part, it will give me a certain effect because of the little pleat I would make there. Okay, so ordinarily if you just want it the way it is, step up by half inch and connect, then you cut. So by the time you join the band or you join it to the upper part, you get exactly the waist measurement. Okay, but with this that I have done, it would come out a little bit. I will have a little extra. So but that is how I want it. So I just tried to explain this to you now so you understand. Okay, so I have it cut out and you can see. So what I'll do now is to place another fabric here so that I will make up for the length for this part. So to make up this part, I've got a piece of fabric from the one I cut out. So what I'll do is to place it on fold. So you have to fold it because this side where we're making up is folded. So you fold this one, then you place it, okay? So just get a piece of fabric that will be enough to make up for this side, and just fold and you place it. So now, remember we'll be joining, we'll be stitching. So we'll be taking away half inch from this part to join. So we have to make it up here. That is, we have to add a half inch here. So that by the time you join, you don't have it becoming shorter than this one. So half inch here for joining, half inch here for joining. Then the remaining half inch, I don't know if you understand it, just take it here, pay attention. Remember, by the time we take away half inch for joining this to this one, we are reducing the measurement from this, that it will become shorter than this one. So we'll make up this half inch from this side. So just simply take 1 inch from this side for joining. Okay, so just take 1 inch. So I'll mark the 1 inch. I'll just mark 1 inch. Okay, so this is the 1 inch. So I would just lap it over this one, or you can just place it under if you like. Okay, so just place it under to match up, like so. To make sure it is matching up, the folded edge are matching up. So you have it there. So make sure it is on that 1 inch mark. So I will just hold it down with my pin. So I have pinned it down, as you can see. So what I'll do now is to flip it over to the other side so that I can cut out what I need to make it up, okay? So now I have turned it to the other side and you can see it. So let me just mark it so I can see actually where we have it. So this is what we have here. So I'll just cut it from here now. You can see. So after cutting it, this is it. So let's turn it to the other side so that you can see. So we have it now, you can see it. So I'll just remove my pin. So now I'll go ahead and join this to this side, okay? So what you simply do is just match it up. You can just mark it so that you know. Then just match it up so you can see this. So I'll hold it down with my pin and I'll go ahead and stitch. So just stitch this one to this side like so, and you stitch this one like so by half inch, okay? And you have your circle skirt complete. So let me do just that and you see the final look. So you can see I have joined it. Let's see what we have here, okay? And on the other side, you can see this. You can see it on this other side. So I'll open it up now so that you see the complete circle. So this is it. You can see the big flame, okay? And let me open the inside so you can see where we joined it, and you see that it will not be too obvious. So what I'll do is to give it a very good press. By the time I iron it very well, it won't be so obvious that you joined anything here, okay? So that is it. So this is the circle skirt, and you can see that where we joined it is not so obvious. And I hope you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will not miss out on any of our uploads. And thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Remain blessed.